Right then, after 59 games, here we are for the finals of IPL 2021. It's three-time winners Chennai Super Kings taking on two-time winners in Kolkata Knight Riders. Joining us on ESPN Cricinfo T20 Timeout, Gautam Gambhir, Dale Steyn. And Dale, I'm going to start with you on this one. Despite their not being in great form as it is at the moment, these two teams would be worse off without them, these two captains, considering what they bring to the table as captains.
Yeah, absolutely. MS and Morgan have just done well as being captains. To be honest with you, I mean, there has been times in the tournament where they've relied on these guys to come out and score runs, and they haven't kind of stepped up. You'd expect somebody more like Morgan to have stepped up. He is the current player. He's playing for England. You know, he's playing more cricket than MS is, and MS isn't playing as much cricket. However, both of them they found a way to kind of captain their ships and manage their players extremely well and manage the situations really well, know when to bring in certain bowlers, know when to make certain changes, know who to send in to bat. We've seen Dhoni slip further and further down the order, pushing Jadeja up the order. So their captaincy has really helped them and their teams get to the final. But with one game to go, you kind of worry that it might catch up to them at some point. And we saw Dhoni, what he did the other day. I mean, class is permanent with somebody like him. He came out the other day and he was able to get his team over the line. I feel he's probably got it between his teeth, whereas Morgan might just be struggling a little bit more with the bat. And KKR might just run out of their luck, so to speak, when it comes to this final.
Gautam, as Dale makes that very valid point, that it may not be very fair to compare the two captains as far as their batting form is concerned, because one is still playing international cricket, the other isn't. So I'm just going to talk about Eoin Morgan for a moment. One thing is form, right? The other thing, you would expect him to have a bit of a better application when he's on the crease, especially when you have to finish games, considering he's the senior member, the captain of the side.
Look, probably he started this tournament batting at number 5 because he has no form. He keeps pushing himself down, and the moment you start pushing yourself down, you start putting extra pressure on your own self. You want other people to finish off the games, and suddenly you find yourself in a position where you will have to finish the game, especially in the last 3 or 4 games. And he's actually not been able to do that. And I have to agree with what Dale said, that you can't compare the form of both the captains, because MS hasn't played any international cricket for quite a while, and Morgan is currently playing and probably leading England in international cricket as well. So obviously it's difficult to compare, but yes, from the form point of view, Morgan looks in a worse form as compared to what Dhoni is.
Does that sometime, how the captain is playing, Dale, does that sometime rub on the team as well? And I'm again talking about Eoin Morgan here. And then in that scenario, someone in the dressing room could just be the coach in Brendan McCullum, who really needs to sit the boys down, have a talk with them ahead of a big final, considering how their batting order has collapsed in the previous 2 games.
I mean, it can, but in this case, it hasn't. I mean, both of these two teams have made the final, and both their captains haven't done well at all. But it might boil down to pressure and a final where KKR. I'm just using KKR as an example. They might be sitting in a situation where they might be in a bit of trouble. They might be batting first, and they 4 down quickly or 3 down quickly, and the team is sitting there and they're going, "Oh no, this is a final. We need guys to score runs, and the guy that we need to score runs hasn't scored any runs at all." And that's when you might start to doubt yourself. Leading up to the tournament, throughout the tournament, everyone kind of contributed where they can, but when it comes to one game, that might be the problem. But so far it hasn't bothered either teams. I mean, both teams have managed to find a way to make the final with their captains not scoring a run. But it boils down to this last game and who can handle the pressure the most. And MS just looks like he's the kind of guy that he's done it so many times, and Morgan is catching up, having won a World Cup and having done well with England and everything like that. But MS is just he is the poster boy for cool, calm and collected when it comes to captaincy, even if he hasn't scored a run.
We call it people technology.